There's a lot of young recruits I'm seeing around in the office doing office support work. Discipline, commitment, working, one particular something, start from our generation to today. And I purposely called them up to tell us what was the professionalism and the ethics and the conduct that was back then when they started working with our colonial administrators at the time, and then transitioning into Department of Works in 1971, the Management Act, Road Maintenance Act of 1971, and the Road Maintenance Regulation Act of 1973. Now we play amending this legislation. We come from 2020, Road Management Act of 2020. Now we are now focusing on the management of the road network. So we really need to learn a lot of the discipline work. I'm seeing a lot of young people just stand around under the trees doing betel nut and smoking, spending time on Facebook, WhatsApp, just telling stories whole day, and then you put overtime and then claim overtime. This kind of attitude is also regressing the progress of our country. So on this occasion of the independence, there are some things that we need to reflect and change. And Mr. Always said it very well, that the change has to come from within and from ourselves. The first person to change is yourself and myself. Then we can change the whole country and the world and the district and the provinces, the communities that we represent. So on this occasion, let me, as we celebrate our independence, we must look forward. The Department of Works and Highways has always been the forefront. Just 2 weeks ago, we celebrated 40 years of the Parliament House, as I was saying during the handover takeover of Vitus and Mr. Paisen. Parliament House was opened in 1984, and they celebrated the 40 years. The design of that building was done by one of our architects, our very own architects, and I'm glad to see Mr. Gairawaka, who is one of our longest serving officer in the department, one of the assistant directors of the architecture and building branch at the time, designed the Parliament House, our contribution to the nation building. Even the design office that we just, Mr. Peko just mentioned, was designed by our very own engineers. Mr. Huko was part of that. Mr. Huko mentioned to me one time that he was involved in the design of the Parliament House. So plenty of senior engineers, many people were only said the department were involved in the construction of those roads and bridges, including big government buildings that we see today. This was done by Department of Works engineers. These were the contributions that we have contributed. Whether you engineer, you surveyor, you cartographer, or you want to accountant, you want to architect, you have done to serve your people. And to also reflect on this occasion, one of our longest serving officers, Mr. Wiki, you've been with us from the field until now. You stop yet. You are continuing to support us. Thank you for continuing to believe in the country, in this department, and your continued service to support our people. The road ahead will not always be smooth. There will be changes along the way, but as the builders of our nation's infrastructure, we know better than anyone that it is often the most difficult roads that lead to the beautiful destinations. And that is something that I want to give encouragement, that as we go through these challenging times with the financial crisis, we need to know how to manage it. And that is why I've been asking our deputies to meet on the 25th and 26th for us to now review the phase 1 program of Connect PNG, to realign what we have procured so far, look at our issues, try and have some management of the issues, and so we can realign ourselves to better focus on meeting the outcomes that our government has given us to meet. So together we will overcome these challenges, as we always have, lead to the most determination, innovation, and collective vision for a brighter future. It's a teamwork. It's not a one-man show. I will not be the one making every decision. The decision has to come from each of you sitting here, from the delegations that we have given. I'm expecting the provincial works managers to make sure that you are doing the right decisions in the province. The regional works managers, you've been given powers to oversee all the operations in the provinces. Make sure that those corrupt practices, any issues that are affecting the progress of our department, needs to be managed at the regional office. And I'm glad that all our 4 regional managers are seated in front. I know that there's challenges in the provinces. Our provinces are in desperate need of support. you can get it from me in this occasion, that we will give you the support that you require. Mibla by give the support. I think for the first time as well, we have given them a small token of appreciation for them to celebrate. So our 3 EDs have managed that to give to all our provinces to celebrate the independence in the provinces as we celebrate ours today. Awesome. So that's the next change of focus that we're having. We will be working as a team. It's a teamwork that makes change. In everything that we do, remember that infrastructure is more than just the physical structures. It is the backbone of our country's social and economic growth. So as we connect our people, it facilitates trade and enhances the quality of life. And we set the history as from the Pope's visit last week, long place long Vanimo. 15 bus only crossover from Indonesia coming into Vanimo. It's a history making in 49 years after independence. We just crossed the border by going over to Batas means Axim. Taxi Nagano Chayapura na come back. Now this was a history making in itself. For seeing 15 buses load from Chayapura coming down all the way to Vanimo to see the Pope and going back. This is the future that we are heading, is to connect Asia to Papua New Guinea to allow investment and trade that will happen across the border. There's a lot of population on the Indonesian border. We need to feed them. We have enough land and people here to feed them. So we need to look at the investment options that is available. So we are now going through ADB loan program where we will fix up 400 kilometers from Lutung to Vivek, including the 56 bridges plus the 2 wharfs, the Vanimo and Aitape wharf. This is a massive investment of government. Concentrate on building this trade investment over the border so that we can now bring in more revenue and generate more economy into our country. So I won't drag you long, but my staff, this is a big call on our shoulders. We count all of you, whether experience, liberal young play come, learn from the past, and let's chart our future that we can work. Now Mibla Sanablo Road where Branalo's building, Stephen Puben building, Terry Philip building, Bernard Cooley building, the buildings that Wagi Karo and Kaspar and all these other architects they built. When will you build a road that your children will come and call it? That this was done by Solomon Pella. This was done by Kingsford Castle. This was done by Kingsford, Gibson Holemba. We need to build the roads that our children will tomorrow come and call your name, leave a legacy. That's what we need to do now. So from now and onwards, I would want to encourage that let's leave a mark, not just make a time and occupy a space. Leave a mark that tomorrow your children will come and tell you that Israel Kumbu made this road. He connected Sac Valley to Wapenamanda. So tomorrow you're going to place, you will retire in good note. And this challenge me like Lucy Mipla. Now Mipla must look forward next year, 50 years.
Yeah. I think there are 77 of them for this year. They will be leaving us, exiting the public service, and 104 exited public services of last year. So almost 181 staff are exiting from the public service from the department. We have a staff on strength of around 1,400. Now almost 200 are going to go, and we will be left with a balance of those 200 needs to be trained and brought up. So on this occasion, let me take this time to thank the retirees, 181 of you who will be leaving us. I think Wok Mary LC and one blah blah also come talk out Peninsula Front. But me talk thank you through Madam for your service to this country and through your people. People like you who sacrificed, who came through the hardships of that life to come and make this department also me talk with this different financial system that you have operated. And you put in support long making this department and come up big plan and if somebody come now walk. So one time this me let talk thank you Lord, this 181. You deserve a better retirement. We will here to support you in your retirement. Our HR staff are now guiding that process. They've visited. My staff, I wish you all a happy 49 Independence celebration. Celebrate with your staff. Moresby is no longer safe. If you are going around and about in the city, drive safe, look after yourself, go back home. Family is all you need and it's all you have.